Hi friends, Manu here. Here's a folktale I grew up with from Bangladesh. It pertains to the primordial beings known as the Djinn and Pori. We know these beings as fairies. It goes like this. My uncle has a cousin whose friend was said to be married a woman of the Djinn. One day while visiting his ancestral village, he wanders into a patch of forest, which locals always avoided because it was said to be the dwelling place of those unseen beings. As he wandered through the woods, he caught the attention of a Pori, watching him from the shadows of a wild guava tree. As she studied him, she became enamored by his handsomeness, and she revealed herself to him. He, in turn, became smitten by her otherworldly beauty. They wanted to consummate their lust, but first they had to be married. However, before that could happen, the Pori gave the young man one condition: that he would be the only human to ever lay eyes upon her, and he mustn't let any other person ever see her. He agreed, and they were married in the enchanted forest in the company of the Djinn. She then returned home with him, but this marriage remained a secret to his family. However, the family quickly became suspicious as they noticed changes in the young man's behavior. He began isolating himself, spending his days and nights in his room, and even missing meal times with the family. He began to appear thin and sickly. He didn't know that in the stories of other humans who fell in love with Djinn kind, the human would begin to weaken and waste away. It was said that sex with a Djinn caused damage to health since they are made of fire and we are made of clay. Late at night, his mother thought she heard the tinkling of anklets and the sound of sweet feminine laughter coming from his room. Then, out of nowhere, he began to come up with all this money, fancy clothes and jewellery which no one had any explanation for. After all, the young man was only a college student. The family grew concerned, and his elder brother was tasked with finding out what was going on. Where are you getting all this money and these fancy clothes from? And why are you staying only in your room? The young man confessed that he had married a Pori. He went on to describe how beautiful she was and how ecstatic their lovemaking was. He told his elder brother, "It's unlike anything I've ever experienced with a human girl. She uses her magic to give me such indescribable pleasure. You can't begin to imagine it." "I want to meet her," the elder brother insisted. But the young man then told him of the promise he had made, that he would be the only human able to lay eyes on her. Over time, the elder brother, envious of the luxuries and sexual pleasure his brother received from the Djinn wife, became fixated on seeing her for himself. Despite the young man's protests, the elder brother persuaded him to reveal her to him. So they conspired. One night the young man left his door unlocked, and at the stroke of midnight, the elder brother suddenly bursted into the room, and with the blink of an eye, he laid eyes upon the Djinn wife, sublimely beautiful with large feline-like eyes. Then she vanished, along with all of the fortune she had brought, never to return. Heartbroken and consumed by grief, the young man spent years searching for her in the haunted forest, calling out to her in the darkness, but she never answered. And that was the tale of the man with a Djinn wife. Stay tuned for another video where I explain the occult mysteries and legends from other cultures which relate to this story. See you soon.